Hey guys, so the last couple days we've talked about myths like bad shoulders and bad knees, and today we're going to talk about bad back. And the mythology is that these joints go bad. Well, if you got arthritis, yeah, okay, got that. But otherwise, usually these joints go bad because of the surrounding musculature is weak. The supporting muscles, like the quads for the knee, and the pecs and the lats for the shoulder. And for the back, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is in the lower back, where people usually have issues, there's really very little supporting musculature right there. So, you can do things like reverse crunches and supermans and bananas and things, but there's not a lot of muscle mass in your lumbar region. So where do you get the muscle support? Well, you basically get it from your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings. You get that by doing squats. We're talking about doing squats today. We looked a little bit at it the other day with the wall sit, and that's the first progression. We'll go back to that. Where your knees, your ankles are right below your knees, and you come down and you just sit with your back against the wall in a nice 90-degree position. Let's show you that again from the side. So you can see the knees, a good 90 degrees here, and sitting up nice and relaxed against the wall that way. Okay, that's step one. Step two for the squat progression is what we call a chair squat. So I'm going to get me a chair. Right there. Give you the front row seat. You're going to want to sit on that chair right on the edge. Okay, so I'm not sitting way back on the chair, I'm sitting just barely on the edge of the chair. So now it's almost as if I'm doing that wall squat. My knees are right over my ankles. My feet are about shoulder width apart. And I'm just going to stand up and sit down. As soon as your butt touches that chair, that's as far as you need to go. Look at that from the side. Okay. So just sitting barely on the edge. Feet are underneath the knee. Sitting up nice and straight. And you're going to sit up, stand up. As soon as your butt touches the chair on the edge, you're done. Okay. The last progression is what we call the air squat. You're doing the exact same thing as the chair squat, but in the air. So start with that good posture that we talked about the other day. Right? You're all set, nice loose knees there, and most of your weight is now going to go on your heel. Do this. Okay, so you should be able to flex your little toes. All right. Put your arms out here for counterbalance. And just like you're sitting in that chair, you go down. Now, the important thing to notice here is that my knees are not going out over my toes, way over here. Okay, the knees got to stay behind the toes. All right? That ensures that the glutes and the quads and everything else are in proper alignment to develop and provide that protection for your lower back, as well as for your knees and your ankles and all the other things. Okay. The idea here is to get that lower back protection from the hips, the thighs, the glutes, and all that kind of good stuff. And that's Squat 101.